Hello, Sagittarius. Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead, Sag. Thank you so much for clicking here. I do appreciate you, my fire family. I am here with a couple of oracle decks. We're going to look at the oracles first, and then we're going to look at tarot after that. Sagittarius, thank you for showing up here. If you are the ride or die Sag and you're always here with the thumbs up and watching, clicking, viewing, thank you so much for doing all that. And if you're brand new and you've never been here before, I hope that you will stay. There is a subscription button down on the bottom right hand corner of this little square where I live if you decide to join this beautiful Sagittarius tribe. We like to be in the comments around here, some of us, so if you'd like to be in the comments, you're in the right place. Here we go. Let's talk about you, Sag. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. My fire family, let's find out what's going on for you. We do have heal. Okay, so the week ahead is going to be something that is going to heal for you. What else do we have here? We've got inspire. You're going to be inspired to heal. Look, sometimes it is that way. Sometimes we know we have to heal. We know we have to do the work. There's something here I need to fix. I need to put a band-aid on something or need to stitch something up, and we don't do it because we aren't really inspired to do that thing. I feel like this week you are inspired. For some of you, you might come across a musical piece. You might go and see some music. You might hear an answer to your healing in music. I'm just looking here that there's a piano and a lot of music here, and it almost feels like it brings something full circle. So it could be a song possibly that brings the emotional healing for you. You might be clairaudient. Maybe you're getting messages through words or through spoken word or through music. We do have a barrier. So it feels like there is some sort of a barrier here that is stopping you from going on a path that I feel is going to lead you to some type of abundance. It does feel like there is a decision first that needs to be made here. I'm looking at the moons that are here. It feels like one's a pentacle, one's a moon, but it's reminding me of the two of pentacles. So it almost feels like you need to make some type of decision first. Maybe you need to make a decision about what you really want, or that you will be inspired. You'll be open to be inspired. And so we have forgiveness here. The freedom to forgive and receive. I kind of love that. So when you do forgive, you release yourself from a place that you've had yourself trapped, essentially, right? If you're holding grudges or angry with someone, and it affects it sort of spiders into all of your life. We've got freedom here. I feel like somebody is going to forgive something for someone, maybe forgive themselves, and it feels like it's going to open the door for you to receive and reframe something. It's like, why did I hold on to that for so long? So I feel like you might be inspired by music here. Tell me more about Sagittarius, please. Tell me more about Sagittarius. Oh, that one flew. What's this? Ooh, I like it. New discoveries that lead to celebrations. Love yourself first. It does feel like it's an internal tear, I'm going to say. It feels like a tear in the heart or a tear in something here. It feels like you're healing the self, which is going to bring happiness, but I feel like it's a new discovery. A discovery about yourself, possibly, or you discover a new way to heal. Tell me about inspire. Somebody might be practicing self-care this weekend, possibly, or in the week ahead. It says love yourself first. That's definitely a way to heal. Tell me about inspire. We've got denial, failure to accept a situation, unhealthy cycles or addictions. So it feels like you're inspired to step outside of some sort of cycle. Yeah, it feels like somebody here does the same thing all the time. I want to say that I'm just giving you as an example, if you're meeting people or dating people, you're always dating the same type of person. So it always ends up at a dead end or heartbreak because you keep dating the same type of person. It feels like somebody's in an unhealthy cycle and has a failure to accept that situation. I feel like in the week ahead, you're going to be inspired to change something, to get out of some type of pattern, whatever that pattern is. It doesn't have to be a relationship pattern, but there is something that you keep doing over and over, expecting to get a different result, and you haven't yet noticed that pattern or that unhealthy cycle because you're not accepting it. You're in denial about it right now. We do have inspire. Maybe you'll be inspired through music. to let something go here. Tell me about the barrier. The barrier is obsession, focusing too much on a situation, the need to take a step back. So it could be something that you're not able to let go of. Maybe you were let go of a job and you can't let that go. Maybe you were let go from a relationship and you can't let that go. It feels like you are stuck to some sort of thought pattern. That might be the unhealthy cycle that you're in, that you're stuck to an unhealthy type of obsessive thinking pattern that you can't get yourself out of. Bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers. It could be because of a passionate connection. It says here that the Lovers is a passionate connection. It says shared vision and values. So I feel like maybe some of you have to forgive a past love or a past lover. And make no mistake about it, when you have animosity to an old relationship, it's not just affecting your love relationships, it's affecting your friendships, it's affecting your job, it's affecting your manifestations, it affects everything. It spiders into everything. It's not just that you've got a block in love, it's a block in life is what it is, unfortunately. All right. Let's find out what we have with the tarot here. Sagittarius, if you're interested in a private read, please don't forget that there is room open over at Wizio. I'm right caught up, so you can get a reading back probably in 5 days or less at this time when this video is going out right now. It does tend to ebb and flow. Let's find out what's going on with happiness and healing. You're about to heal something that's going to make you very happy. It's going to bring you to this new discovery of happiness here. That's going to lead you to celebration. So it does feel like maybe some movement is coming. It feels like something that it feels like you're going to take a risk with healing, a risk with happiness, a risk with celebration. It feels like you're going to. It feels like it's risky behavior, something that you're going to, and I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I feel like you're going to take a run at something, but I feel like you've been wanting to do that. And I feel like whatever it is going to heal you. It's going to make you happy. We'll go back and clarify that. Tell me about denial and inspire. We've got the Two of Cups. So does feel like, as I'm reading this here, that somebody is unable to forgive somebody in a love connection here. And you may be having other connections, or maybe you've had other connections after this one, but because you can't let this one go, maybe you're crashing and burning relationships. It could be that. We will go back and clarify, of course. And then we have the barrier, which is the Three of Pentacles. You can't seem to get past the friendship stage. Or possibly people are putting you in the friend zone. Or possibly you keep friend zoning everyone because you might be comparing this person to people from the past, or a person from the past, or a situation from the past. It feels like an obsessive thought pattern that needs to be broken. I've left this space available here because this is the week ahead, but this is going to be the week after that. So going into the end of the month here, just going to put down a couple of cards and give you a little taste of what's going on for the rest of the month. We've got the Temperance card. So something is about to heal itself, repair itself. You've been very patient and you have been doing your part of trying to heal or come into balance. So I feel like something is about to change for you here in a moment of alchemy. What else do we need to know? We do have the Queen of Wands. Oh, interesting. So we have a progression here from the Knight to the Queen. It feels like somebody here who decides to take a step outside of their comfort zone, possibly, that is deciding, I've got to go get what is mine. And it feels like you go from the Knight to the Queen energy. So it feels like there is some sort of learning process that's going on here. Let's talk about this a little bit more. Tell me about the Knight of Wands here. I feel like what you need to heal is possibly that you had maybe a passionate connection with somebody who didn't give you a lot of stability, somebody who sort of was in and out of your life, somebody who just showed up when they wanted something from you and never showed up when you needed them. It feels like you need to get over that hump, over that bump, before you can get into this place of happiness. I feel like you're about to discover that you just want to leave the situation that you're in. Like it feels like a mental situation. We've got the Hierophant here. Maybe you thought that this connection was going to end up in a commitment, and it did not. It feels like it ended quickly. It was kind of like a flash in the pan because fire burns out. Feels like that energy. We've got the Six of Pentacles. So I think that you make a decision, and in your healing, I feel like you've decided that you're going to wait. You're going to be patient until you find somebody who's going to give you as much as you give them. I feel like your pattern that maybe you should focus on, it says the unhealthy cycle, or the pattern you haven't recognized yet, is that you're going after maybe the bad boy or the bad girl, the one who is very very sexy, very desirable, the one who is pleasing to the eye, and then you're jumping in right away and fire. That's not for all of you. I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but I'm just reading the cards as they are. I feel like somebody here has decided that's the pattern I'm going to break. I need to be in my own happiness here. I need to discover my own happiness. And I think the way you're going to do that is by getting into the Six of Pentacles energy, by not giving anybody anything if they don't give it back, because you're the overgiver, right? It feels like somebody here is an overgiver. The Chariot energy tells me that the Hierophant energy tells me that you're a quick learn, like you learn things really quickly. And I feel like what you've learned through the Chariot and the Hierophant energy is that you can have success, but it is going to make you stay the path. You need to slow down. You need to go slower. And I know that's hard. Look, Massage Rising, I get it, right? It feels like you want to charge at things, but I feel like the only way that you're going to get what you want and break an old cycle or an unhealthy cycle or pattern is by slowing down and waiting for someone to come to you or to give you more than you're giving them first. It feels like you're not really all that acquainted with maybe getting into relationships, friendships, whatever they are, platonic or romantic, where you're not the overgiver. Because I feel like you're a person who jumps right in and starts overgiving. So I feel like the Hierophant is telling me to tell you to slow down, pay attention to what the higher self is telling you. You will have success and things will speed up to a place where you feel comfortable with the pace that things are going. But I think that for right now, that you really just need to slow down, mind yourself, be in your own happiness, and love yourself first. Tell me about denial here. We've got the Queen of Swords, which popped right out onto my chest here. We've got the Ace of Cups. And we've got the Six of Cups, right? So we were talking about the failure to accept a situation, and it does feel like you're stuck in some sort of nostalgic energy. We do have the Ace of Cups here and the Two of Cups, which is the 3. I think somebody is hoping for the person that's in the past to come forward, or hoping that maybe we can resume something at a later date. Maybe they'll heal themselves. We never think it's us that needs to heal. We always think it's them. It might be you who's stuck in the pattern of going after the person who isn't yours or doesn't belong to you. But it feels like with the Queen of Swords here, somebody here has decided to get really honest with themselves, really honest and truthful with themselves and the people around them. I think somebody here is making a list or looking at something really logically assertive type energy, which is, what do I really want in the Ace of Cups? What does that really bring for me? I feel like you're really looking it over in an analytical way and being really honest with yourself. If I am going to get into another relationship, what is it that I really want from someone? Instead of letting them skip over your boundaries and jump into your life and jump into passion, I feel like this is what has you stuck. It feels like the failure to accept a situation, which is, it's a 50-50 thing, right? That not only did they skip your boundaries, it's because you let them in. Like they shouldn't have skipped the boundaries and you shouldn't have let them in. It's a 50-50 thing, right? So I feel like you're getting a little bit tougher with people who show up. You're going to draw some boundaries. You're going to make some promises to yourself as it pertains to love. And when you meet somebody that you're going to allow to let in your life, it feels like you're going to look them over first. We got 6 and 2 is 8. It feels like you're going to look at it at a very disconnected or detached kind of way. The Queen of Swords would do that, would look at it in a head over heart way. And because if you're looking for someone who's going to be a long-term partner, soulmate for the rest of your life, I feel like it's time for you to slow down and be inspired by the Queen of Swords. I feel like the Queen of Swords is the one that's inspiring you to draw boundaries and keep promises to yourself. Stand up for yourself. And if the person isn't for you, after you get them out for coffee or have dinner with them, then it's time for you to cut them and let them go. I feel like it's just about being honest and truthful with yourself. Tell me about this barrier. There is an obsession here, and it feels like there's somebody here that maybe you built a small foundation with and it didn't work out with, possibly. That could be a barrier. The barrier could be maybe people shove you into the friend zone, or you're shoving other people into the friend zone here. But I think that what you want right now is you want to work on partnership. Can we just get in a partnership? Can we just do the pentacle thing? Can we just go out for walks and have a coffee and get to know each other, have conversation? Tell me about this, the 3 of Pentacles. We have the King of Wands. So there's the soulmate match, right? We have the Queen of Pentacles. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. It feels like you building the list of things that you wish to have in another person, whether whether it's platonic or romantic. I feel like, first of all, you need to break the obsession. You need to stop focusing so much on the past, because you will tend to drag whatever was in the past to the present moment, basing your current relationships or future relationships on whatever happened in the past. That means that you're kind of putting the kibosh on everything even before it starts, right? It's dead in the water before it even starts. We don't ever get past the friendship phase. We do have the King of Wands, though. The King and the Queen are here. So I feel like you do have a list of things that you want. Someone who can mirror your energy, right? That Sagittarius energy. But of course, Leo and Aries, because we're in a general read. Sagittarius is here as well. So I feel like you are looking for someone who will mirror your energy, but also someone who will go slow, who will be methodical, who's very focused on you, focused on pentacles, but also someone who is willing to analyze the situation for what it really is. It feels like you're trying to get out of this obsessive energy, I want to say. The barrier to what you want, I feel like you want a really good balance between pentacles and fire, right? You want a very solid and grounded, analytical kind of, let's talk about the sun, moon, stars, about the money, about the analytics. Let's talk about the analytics of life. But we also want to, participate in passion. I want to be attracted to you. I want you to be attracted to me and not be able to take your hands off me. But I feel like, there is a place on the line where we can go with pentacles and wands, but when we get over the line, it turns into an obsession. And so I think that's, focusing too much on one person or one situation might not be the thing for you. It might be time to slow down, get more practical, look things over, get more analytical with somebody before you jump into the passion thing, which is really tough when you're a fire sign. I'm just saying, especially if you have more than one placement that's fire in your big three. So tell me about this. This is the week ahead. This is the week after that. Tell me about temperance. I think you're supposed to cool your jets is what it says here. Slow down, be patient, wait for the proper balance of fire and water, wait for things to come into balance, wait for the moment of alchemy, and you're going to feel a shift of energy. It feels like the King of Wands is telling me, the King of Water is telling me here that you need to look at it in an emotionally intellectual way. And when we're in our emotionally intellectual energy or emotionally available, we're not worried about speed. We're worried about stability. We're worried about it's like, if I jump into this relationship, what if I get hurt? I hear everybody says that, right? Well, if you have an exit plan, then you don't have to worry about what that person's going to do. Because when they do A, you're going to do B. When they do C, you're going to do D. You need an exit plan, a comfortable exit plan for yourself. And I feel like the King is it's like tough love for the energy with the King of Cups. Yes, this person is emotionally available, and I think that you want to stay emotionally available, but also I feel like you need a strategic plan to exit something in a very kind and balanced way if it's something that you don't want or something that's not working for you, Sag. We've got the High Priestess energy. Yeah, backing away silently, not making any big free-for-all, backing away silently, distancing yourself from someone who you're not sure of until you're ready to invest in the situation, until you're ready to, it's like not giving them all of your emotional energy at the same time, not hitting them with the floodlight, right? It's holding back some energy, not giving them everything that they want, and being very slow and practical with the energy. I feel like until you're ready to invest, until you get to a point in a relationship where you're ready to invest, it's really smart for you to hold back, be under the surface, and just stay sturdy, stable. That's the King that's sitting in that chair. I feel like you're supposed to keep it to yourself. Keep it under the surface until you realize what it is that you want, and then it's going to be time to move forward. But I'm going to say, just don't allow whatever has had you in the past here, don't allow that to creep in on your present moment or in the future. Because some people do that. They're like, oh, they treat every person the same way in a relationship, and they choose not to change themselves, which means that they're just always getting the same thing they always got, but they're expecting to get a different result, which is literally the definition of insanity. We've got the Four of Wands here. We've got the King of Wands, the Four of Swords and the King of Swords, not Wands. And I feel like what's telling me here is just to be honest with yourself, and that we don't have to be in each other's back pocket all the time, right? The Four of Swords, as we speak intermittently, we're not codependent. I don't need to see you every day. You don't need to give me the morning and the night text. And I feel like this is going to be a learning process. It feels like it's going to be a learning process, but it is going to be one that is going to sharpen your skills, I'm going to say. It's going to, being honest with yourself is going to force other people to be honest with you. And the ones who don't want to be honest with you are going to have to move away from you, because it's going to be uncomfortable for them. So I feel like you are calling in either the King of Swords or the King of Wands. But look, we've got 1, 2, 3 kings. The only one that's not out here is the King of Pentacles, but we do have the Queen. So I feel like it's what you're looking for is you're looking for an emperor, somebody who's got balanced energy, someone who knows what they're doing, someone who takes care of things, stable, sturdy. I think that's what you're looking for. And so you have to also be all of those things. I'm going to leave that right there for you, Sag. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back, and I'm always back. You guys know it. Have a beautiful weekend. Bye-bye.